Hello friends, how are you all? Welcome to our HTML training session. Today we will discuss a very interesting topic, the HTML ID attribute. An ID is a unique identifier used to label any HTML elements. While the class attribute can be applied to multiple elements, an ID is used for only one element on a page. Now, let's talk about using the ID attribute. It is similar used for styling specify elements in CSS, targeting specify elements in JavaScript. In CSS, we select an ID by prefixing it with a hash symbol. Example with div element. Open VS Code. You can see I have written a basic HTML document. There an internal style applied. Here, element with a unique ID called unique element. This is an ID selector. Now, let's understand the style applied. Background. The background color is set to light blue. Text color. The text color is set to dark blue. Border. 2 pixel solid navy border is applied. Margin 20 pixel margin create space around the element. Padding 20 pixel padding add space inside the border around the content. Now in the body there are div elements with the ID unique element. The style we define are applied to this div. You can see how the h1 is styled as a special section with a unique design. Similarly, using an ID, we can apply specify style and functionalities to individual elements. Now, let's look at the difference between ID and class. First is uniqueness. An ID is unique. No two elements in a single page can have the same ID. On the other hand, a class can be applied to multiple elements. In CSS, ID selector have higher specify to class selector. This makes them suitable for applying specify styling or overriding existing style. In JavaScript, the ID attribute is used to manipulate specify elements. Let's see another example how we using the ID attribute in CSS. Here is the code. I will copy this code and paste it into the code editor. You can see our internal style defined here. There is a header elements with a ID selector applied. Its style include background color light blue, text color white, text align center, padding defined for spacing. Inside the body tag, there are div elements containing an h1. The ID header is applied to this h1. Notice the style applied here. The background is light blue, the text color is white, the text is centered. If I change the text alignment to left, the text will move to the left. Now I will switch it to back to center. The padding here is set to creating spacing inside the element. If I increase it to 20 pixels, you will see the gap increase. Now let's talk about using the ID attribute in JavaScript. Using a method like getElements, we can access and manipulate specify elements. Here a code example. I will copy and paste this code. In this code, ID selected in style tag that such as background yellow, padding 20 pixel and margin 10 pixel. Inside the body, there are div with the ID changeable. The content inside it, this text will change on button click. Now, let's look at the button. The button is label change content. I will make a small correction to its label and make it more descriptive. When this button is clicked, JavaScript will target the elements with the ID changeable and change its content dynamically. Now, you can see the p tag is displayed like this. This text will change on click. As you can see, there are function defined name changeable content. When we click the button, this function will run. Inside the function, we are using document.getElementById by id changeable. Here, how it works. When I click the button, you will see the text inside the ptext change, and the background color of the div also change to light green. Using the id attribute for internal link, it is especially used for navigating long document. For example, here's a code example. I have defined two sections, style with some basic properties. Margin 20 pixel, border 1 pixel solid black. Now, let's add some content to this section. I will copy this code and paste it a few times to make the document longer. Now, let's navigate to section second. Imagine you have a web page with a lot of content. Let's say section 1 is very large and section 2 is for value. We can create link like this. When I click on section 2, see how it automatically scroll to section 2. Similarly, I have created another link value. If I click on section 1, it will navigate back to section 1. It's especially useful for creating internal links in long documents, allowing you to jump to specific section quickly. Now, let's discuss combining the ID and class attributes. You can apply both to a single element, allowing you to combine specific styling with general styling class. For example, here's some code. Copy this code and paste here and adjust it. In this example, dot special class applied style like font size 1.5 em and color dark blue. H intro ID applied style like background color light yellow and padding 20 pixel. Both styles are applied, demonstrating how you can combine an ID and a class for enhanced styling control. So friends, this was a short introduction to the HTML ID attribute. We also saw how it can be used with CSS and JavaScript. If you have any question, feel free to ask in the comments. Keep smiling and happy coding. Thank you.